Haytime. And the highlight of the day was a Ponza deck fetching a Plains game 2 when playing his Sony Silence after sneaking the Plains. I know, not showing me the Plains for the entirety of game 1. Explicable. It's not the word most people would use, but it's closest to what I said. Thank you. It's very good to have you there as an expert on wonky words and, you know, things, linguistic oddities that nobody uses. I think under KCI, that's one of the dangers of steering things that early. But yeah, having you in my Twitch definitely increased my English vocabulary to some extent. Because I did need to check the meaning of words at least a few times. I kinda don't want to cycle the sphere because if I miss on an artifact, then it's really bad. We take the Mind Stone. To start accruing the mana advantage. I have 4 mana, my opponent has 2, so I have 2 times as much mana as my opponent has. Discard bottom, so they still might not have a counter spell. Crossing fingers. Spine is smaller than Zakama. Well, as in geographical terms, then yes. It's jam. Reminding them that I'm very smart being no small part of the actual reason. Kinda want to pass, but I should probably push the envelope a little because next time they have Cryptic. Although I'm slightly low, my stone is stopped, and I could use a lot of mana during the next turn with Inventor Sphere. If they have a Detonation Sphere, I have the second one. Like Cryptic. If I have the second KCI, they cannot really punish me that hard. If you want people to know you are very smart, just play Amulet well, that's worked for you in the past. Yeah. I guess. That's a way. They scry the bottom again. Their deck is full of bad cards, so they need to scry all of them on the bottom. It's an unfortunate life of a control player. It's all of KCIs. Kinda getting punished for that steerings when I didn't have too much information. I kinda want to play all 3 and pass again. Again, my hand does not really seem like it can combo through Cryptic this turn. But it could do that later on. If my opponent goes like counter bounce, I'll just replay the other one. Fine. I'm actually very happy that they do that. That means that they might be interested in Teferi activate on my KCI now. I can sacrifice it. I'm not sure if I want to sacrifice it, probably. And then I have the extra one, and then I try to combo off against a tapped out opponent. I don't want to draw it. Right? Yeah, I really don't want to draw it. And like I cannot really, I don't need the second one even if I want to. But Amulet, better than 6 of the other 7 players in top 8. Yeah, that was what happened at this tournament. And it's like, oh, you have so many KCIs, you are so lucky. Not true, I was actually unlucky. So let's see. Just play the fair. Get the Scrappy Tea. Because I think it's not fine. I go green, sack, Scrappy Tea, Recyclage. Getting Mindstone. Okay, it's fine. Probably getting there. I have loop. It's actually entirely not true. I don't have a loop here, but want to scare my opponent from the distance. Claim that I have a loop while I don't. Still might whiff. Okay. The smoker slangs are always there to help ya. They are always there to help ya with their ugly black things. And I need to produce different colors of mana if I want to blow up the ferry. If push comes to shove, which might happen. Push might come to shove here. I think push is actually coming to shove, I'm waiting. Need an extra wellspring here. Probably should be rebuying EEs at this rate. Okay, got another one. This is a spot where I would like to see a spine. Although I guess a mirror would also work. Or I guess like Wellspring, that also worked. Kill Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, for no real reason. Because that's fun. It's a good reason to kill a person, right? I mean, it's probably fine if the person is imaginary. Although it would be kinda unpleasant if that would be an actual person. Especially of color. How was the Popper challenge yesterday? I ended up for free in top 32. So I got my entry fee back, but I also had extreme amount of time. Did I shuffle my deck this game? I don't think so. So I have like 2 stealings on the bottom. I have not seen Spine, so Spine is the top 10. Whoops. Also, you're a win and in, your opponent miss lethal in turn in game 3. I mean, that is how you become a PT almost champion. Every single time there are a lot of missed lethals along the way, dubious play, spawns and things like that. And that's because Magic the Gathering is played exclusively by man children who cannot take care of themselves, so they cannot even play the game all that well. Even though they would like to believe that that's the case. It's 100% true. No joking. Okay, got that. Yeah, last PT was PT 25 and Justin's team were doing well. Especially since there was a kid on the team. You would guess that they would like to show it. Because people in general like kids. Like, no, of course not discrediting Kiefer. But it's definitely true that people like kids and kids are marketable. Did you see the Team Series team Queen ended up on? Yeah. Some black... Some other people are recognized. But yeah, like quite powerful magicians. I have seen the team. Yeah, all platinums. Or Hall of Famers. And even got his name in the name of the team. Pow. Half blind. I have not lost a game one against a control deck in some time. I find it extremely pleasurable. Why Spine? I mean, if only I could have explained. The truth is somewhere between I like the card and it's very, very good. So it's not actually very, very good, but it is possibly kinda good. And I like the card. So it's like, somewhere along those two fingers. Should grow a spine. A moral one. So it's not like entirely isolated incident, because I'm only playing Spine because 5-0s and 5-0s with Spine over and over. Is this blue-white? I still don't like cutting all E's. It is blue-white, I like cutting all E's. They never really did anything for me. I just hope for no early counter spell. How do I plan describe? Describe the top. Then it's like probably not gonna work. Because that means that I either kept a low lander with, well, at least something, an interaction piece, either an enchantment or a counter spell. Maybe it makes sense to just jump turn 3 and use that Citadel. I'm super dead if they have Stony, but I'm super dead to Stony anyways with this hand. And I have game 3 to beat Stony. I'm gonna keep it on top, but not too convinced about the rightness of that. The Sphere Search and Reap is enough to justify 1 in your opinion. I mean, I already have 4 claims for that. That's a lot of claims. I think using it to kill the fairy, I guess. Trying to jump. Climb is taxed, but sure. Well, it is taxed, but you can also easily draw too many, and then it's just bad. And then you have too many answers. And E is a clunker in addition to that, and does not answer the most important one. Neat. Okay. I mean, maybe I can bury Druid and just replay it. I'm gonna replay it into Cryptic Mana, but well, the odds are that they have a Cryptic command, but maybe they won't. They fetched an island, so that points towards them having an extra land in their hand. Milestone is a good draw though, like one of the best draws here to draw. Milestone. Probably should have buried Ruin it back immediately to play around Surgical Extraction. Being drawn in the draw step. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I like that. Crossing fingers. For no spine extracting game actions. Problem is that I don't do anything yet. Although I probably can play Sai. If I play Trawler, let's see, I sacrifice. Well, I can create a full board, but then I don't have any mana left. I need to sacrifice literally all of my mana sources. I sacrifice Opal, Citadel, play Trawler. Sacrifice Mindstone, get 2 Mox and play Mox, add blue, sacrifice the Mox, play Sai, play Mox, get a Thopter. I can play Sai and Trawler. I mean, I can play all 3 of those and then get a Thopter, and I have a blue mana. I can even saga a Scrap Trawler for a Mindstone and a Mox Opal again. It's probably worth it. Do you need both Trawlers? I mean, I can get somewhere with my combo turn. Actually, it seems like. So I guess I'll just try to, because I dislike letting my opponent on top. In general, that's well not. Do you need to play both Trawlers? Well, I gain more mana and I get an extra Mox Opal, so it is worth it. And I'm gonna sacrifice the other Trawler for Mindstone Mox Opal. Unless there is something I'm missing, because there are 2 people pointing out the same thing. You definitely act, okay. Good to know. So I guess I can even like use the side to sacrifice those 2. I draw a card and I get back a Mind Stone. In the Mind Stone? Was it a... Ah, shit! I was supposed to get a Mox Opal. Well. It's not too bad, but it's kinda bad. Okay, the opponent had enough. They need to play their op now. Let's grind the top. I'm running out of time. Do I have a land drop? I do have a land drop too. And I have a 1-drop from this. So that's nice. I'm probably gonna get there. Sai helps a lot. Oh, that mistake was kinda bad. Wellspring is probably GG. GGG. Well, Inventor's Fair definitely is. Can just spine. The team was reasonably skeptical of how great Sai was against Blue Eye when you first proposed it. They were all don't they leave in paths anyway. Well, they only leave 4 paths, not 8, right? But I see like I was much higher on Sai in general than all of you combined anyways. And I was still surprised that Matnas didn't bring it against humans. Oh, reflector mage, it's gonna reflect my mage. Of course it's gonna reflect your mage. Chill out. Nowadays I just bring in Sai aggressively against everybody and I win games with it. Just didn't do very much testing with KCI before the PT. That was mostly he was testing Legacy for the most part. Was he playing Modern on the PT or Legacy? Or was Pardy playing Modern? I thought he was playing KCI at the PT. Nas played KCI and played it poorly. Oh, okay. I don't know, I have not seen yet played it poorly or not. Almost assuredly because he didn't bring Sai in enough. Yeah, that's the most likely. I definitely agree with that. Not even sarcastically, I agree with that non-sarcastically. Like, actually. The PT was pretty hostile to KCI. Yeah, I think KCI is just great though. Although maybe now I think that it's just great because I don't know, it just works for me. It's the best, like if I'm thinking of a deck to play in Modern, that's the best one for me right now. On the island, people, stop. You don't know if you played poorly, you just remember some black saying you had a bad record. Yeah, and intentionally misread your message. The best one for you is KCI now, yeah. I do well in challenges, let's say remand on top. I do well in other tournaments. There was like a local tournament in Poland a week ago, which I managed to win with KCI. It was neat. It was like not all that big, but it was 40. Just 40 something people, so not really a huge one, but one of the pleasant prices. How was Dredge? Dredge is fine, like Dredge is... I'm gonna pay slightly some extra attention to Dredge, so my opponent is not spending that remand. They probably don't have more remands because they would probably like to cycle one. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they just have an opt to cast otherwise. Sure. Opterino. Dredge, Resident Slipper. What did Chills replace? Random cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So gonna steer for a mana source. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna crack the Spear Bomb for information. I have an extra land for the next turn, so I guess I should force the remand now, so my opponent cannot have double. Like, it's less likely to have double remand next turn. So next turn I just jump into Cryptic, they counter, and I mox up, I'll jump into Cryptic. Yeah, it got me good. What are the modes on this golden Cryptic command? Counter target spell, draw a card, okay. I have a Chill Dredge list built there. Previously, like this is Sodex's deck list. It doesn't have ley lines yet, although I probably should have ley lines, I don't know. I have not made too much dredge. But before Chills, people had like one extra dredger, I think one extra land, one extra, I don't know, like a random Tormenting Voice and a Nerf Devil, and just like leaner than all of that, and hits from a slightly different angle. Do I stop now? I have the Buried Ruin in case of an Abrade. Like, my opponent cannot really do too much, but I can draw a Troller. Guess I still have a lot of mana, so like, let's just try to cycle again. And now I will pass, because I just don't have any options. He can Emrakul. Yeah, if he's playing the Emrakul version through the Breach version, then that's true. Not expecting that to be in my typical opponent's deck, but it's possible. Blood Moon would be possible, but then I have... Wow, it's Jeska again. Okay, yeah. So I actually have 3 colors against the Blood Moon. Is this an Abrade? Dio mio. Wow, that's actually tough. That's actually a good 1-2 punch. Because I need to resolve KCI again then. It's such nonsense when you lose to bullshit like that. He played 1 white land for sideboard cards. Is blue-red main deck, yeah. I mean, that's probably the same deck, again. 5 mana, so cannot... Well, didn't make a land drop, which is important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Feel like we could have waited on popping that. I would do that end of turn anyways, because I would use the Buried Ruin. But I see your point. Or could have played another. Yeah. I mean, I was not scared about another if I get to use my Buried Ruin. Played around disallow. Yeah, that was exactly what I was doing. This is unpleasant now because my opponent probably doesn't have a Cryptic command. Maybe I land into Snapcaster. Snapcaster remand. I can beat remand, so I will just assume that they have no Cryptic, given this Eager when they don't click play. So more expecting more remands. Let's play a land to tax, not logic. And cross my fingers. Which are the bad matchups? I don't know. At this point, all of them are good. Hey, Snapcaster into remand? Or Snapcaster into Abrade? I mean, I guess Snapcaster Abrade wouldn't really work. KCI Miro versus the better player. Okay, so somehow I managed to sneak it through. Get to play a troll, probably getting it bolted. Needed to tap my inventor sphere, but that's fair. I have a Wellspring in my graveyard, so that's neat. I did sack a Mindstone and got a Mox Opal. Because I kinda was thinking about this trigger. I was supposed to get a 1, of course. But too bad, too bad. Like now I feel comfortable versus the blue decks. The stock Ghoul Ducat list. I like the term stock Ghoul Ducat list. I mean, I have the command for a reason, right? You should grow one. I'm deliberating if I should punish you for playing done online, but since it's you, I guess. I mean, I drew a spine immediately, so. Again, my reputation precedes me. Is this deck playing Thing in the Ice? It didn't look like that was the case. I've seen Remand, I've seen Vendilion Click, and I've seen Bloodbond. So it could be playing. It could be playing the Thing in the Ice, definitely. Yep, it's the Thing in the Ice. I mean, are you 100% sure? Is there a list floating around somewhere? Top 16 at that challenge this Saturday. Okay. Can I find it? Oh, let's see who top 4 the challenge. Probably don't have enough time to scroll towards it. Dio mio. Stony. Dobra. Okay, yeah. Thing in the Ice. In the deck. Let's board in Sai, let's board in Negates. Some claims, key 1 EE, key this, got some of those because I want to E onto. Got the Babiola, Citadels, Terrarian. Don't love that. Them having Stony is a. I guess I still have plenty of time, but them playing Stony is a big pain. That Sideboard had surgicals? Yes. It did have surgicals. So what? What you want me to do about that? Can Piotr ever win games without Chad Kappa? Kappa Pride. That's my answer. Cross your fingers, Twitch chat. Every single one of you. Okay. So let's take a closer look at the deck list. Resident Pest 2? Ancestral Vision Remand. It's only 3 Remand, 1 Logic Knot. 3 Cryptic Command. Dio, Vedaken. Ja, pierdole. Here's 1 Negate, 1 Abrade. So those are the punishments for jamming turn 2. Remand is not really. I guess Remand eating my Mox Opal is not the most pleasant thing in the world, but it's also not the most not pleasant thing in the world. Let's jump. Cross your fingers, all of you, Twitch chat. The odds of no counter spell here are low, but at least I might make them spend a remand. Blue. Remand. I don't know if that was good. I don't know how to play against remand. Cause it like does not disappear from my opponent's hand. I might just jam again next turn. Okay. Tap that blue, friend. Remand is BDE. Best dot. I don't know how to read that. Let's cry to the pop with once. No time for messing around. Remand my ass. Big dick energy. How lucky do you need to be to? No! Why did I pass a turn? Ah, wait, was I F6 during this turn? How did that happen? Now you have the cryptic mana. I didn't understand how did I manage to pass that turn, even. But now it's gonna be tough. Like cryptic, I jump this, cryptic. MTGO Gremlins. Should I cycle this for a land? I think I should. Pond. Is that a pond if... I mean... Guess you could describe it as a pond. Is this a Snapcaster Remand? You would star sack Wellspring? What? How do you sack Wellspring? There wasn't any kind of bad decision, it's not a pond? Yeah, exactly. Sphere, sack it, Wellspring. So isn't it better to sack the Terrarium first then? Gain more info. I guess he was also missing land drops. Assuming my opponent is a male specimen. Of course. Just not to gender or misgender. But I let them cycle the remand, they scry the top, and they are passing the turn again. So they went through 2 remands already, and they are scanning their cleanup and they seem unhappy. It's got a Serum Vision, so they're probably holding something, but... I'm gonna play Sai here. I don't have green, so even if that happens, it happens. But yeah, remand punishes me, logic not to, but negate doesn't. So cross your fingers. The crossest of the fingers. It is a logic knot. My opponent is the luckiest person walking on the surface of the planet. The luckiest, the most fortunate person. There's a scry top. What the fuck? This is so random. Those people with their Emrakuls. I guess that's an advantage of playing a blue-red decklist. Sometimes you get to jam a random monster. I don't think I want to get a land against them though, because being quick is relevant. I think I will cut EE then. I don't know if you play Through the Breach and Thing in the Ice in the same deck. If they don't play Thing in the Ice, I don't want Engineered Explosives. Other than that, I will keep those free claims because the white land is spooking me out, and I assume that, well, they are using the white mana for something. You cross fingers on both hands, one cancelled out the other, rookie mistake. Guess. It would change anything if I would play a spell on that turn? Possibly it could. Like maybe my opponent didn't have the logic at the time. Or maybe they did. No, cannot keep that. Yeah, yes, we'll keep that. It's ambitious. Tum tum tum. Tum 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 tum. Tum 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 tum. Scryback. Probably playing something inconsequential on that turn anyway, right? Not jamming Sai with no immediate follow-up, I assume. No, I would actually play Sai. Yeah, opponent went through 2 remances, so it's only logic not for Sai. Once you have to bottom KCI, it starts to look like not a great keep. I agree with you. You are as wise as always. But, I don't know, I think it was better than going to 5. And the Scryback got me anyway, so... My time on this planet is limited by the opposing things. He was considering the opening 7 more than I were. I mean, I was on the play. A vicious one-lander. Dio mio, what's that? Anabrade? I'm going to pass then. This is such a suspicious fetch land. It's not like I have anything to do. Anyways. I'm probably countering the Anabrade. Which is an ugly position to be in. And I kinda hope that I will be able to win on the next turn. Because otherwise they play the Emrakul on 5, because why would they know the Emrakul on 5? What are the odds? I also need to resolve the claim Reno on Rest in Peace Reno. The odds are slim. The odds of that happening are slim. So it was debatable whether I actually was right in my move or not. I have Spine in my deck. They would require to sacrifice a lot of material. I think I would just ignore the threat of the Emrakul pass. End of turn, try to claim. Then if my opponent reacts with a cryptic command, I should be able to sneak in a Spine somehow. You came for kanister, stayed for the music. Thank you. I guess I thank you for the fact that you came for me, not for the fact that you stayed for the music. You play Merino here, and my opponent might like, oh, cryptic command, protect this. Cryptic command, counter draw. I like that they counter draw. Is there anyone you can use Traxos against? That sounds like fun. Yeah, maybe. Maybe you're gonna be the Traxos, save me. And after all, you're my Traxos. Oh. Well, Justin, what do you have to say about that? About this legitimately good spine of Ish Sah? Huh? Okay, so I can play the Inventor's Fair. Can I search for a respect? Well, that's reasonable. Can I maybe search for a Troller here? I have 2 mana floating. I would play the Mind Stone, tap the Mind Stone. Then I have 1 mana floating. Then I sack the Mind Stone, tap the Ruin. Use Fair. Then I sack, and I only have Troller on the battlefield. Reservoir still has a point from that burn match, but I won the burn match, so how does your argument hold any relevance if it fails to work against that? You can sack Spine, sack Mind Stone, then Spine away a land. I can also bury Druid Bug a Wellspring. Did I need to sack a Mind Stone? Or I guess sack a Spine. I think I actually like that line. Because I need to assemble some more material, like destroying just 1 land. Not the worst, but also not the best. Scrappy Tea drawn naturally. Don't have a 0 drop, but can do without. Okay. Now I have the loop. Draw the Scrappy Tea and got saved. Wait, did I miss play? No, I still have the land. No, it was fine, but kinda close. Unless you forgot, Spine just comes back. Well, that's a somewhat important part of the puzzle. Okay, now just going completely nuts.
Can you believe you've been streaming for this long?
I definitely can. Thank you very much for the subscription.
Can you believe you've been streaming this long? Lol.
Why is there the same message in both of those? It's pretty fun, thank you. I'm very fortunate to have some loyal supporters. I'm not extremely fortunate to have a limited amount of those, but I still thank you very much, people. And Spine of Ish Sah is your roommates. That makes sense then. It's Daniel 314. I guess Dan I am 314 and Cory Numbers. No wonder that 2 people with numbers at the end of their nicknames ended up roommating together. Can we use Wand of Vertebrae somewhere also? Backbone Tribal? Yeah, that's an extremely amusing and funny idea, you know. Made me laugh. And I'm honestly not even joking. Notice that I gave my opponent 1 point of life because it's game 1 and they are for sure playing Death Shadow. Oh, the slippery. The slippery one. I guess I should have cycled this for Mox. Probably not gonna die on turn 3, but... Spinal Graft not in the format. There is the... crafted war gear if that's spinal enough for you. You spine me right around. No, actually, let's listen to that because I feel the desire. Mindstone even more so than Mox, very sloppy. You are actually so right. That's frequently the case, but even more of a case this time. Wow, I got to 5. Almost dead. Probably a side mistake here. Sometimes dice rolls decide about bad or evil. There's nothing evil, like magic decks are not morally right or wrong. Like it's just not applicable there. They are amoral. Being favored versus Boggles and Tron must feel great. Yeah, it is Gucci. It is nice to do that. But I also, in general, I like to be favored in matches. Lantern player would say that. That makes sense. Guess you. Well, maybe. More consistency and so on. So now consistency is evil. Apparently. Well, I was about to say that my opponent actually makes somewhat reasonable statements, but they stopped being. You just noticed that people stopped calling for things to get banned? That's actually true. Funny how it works. I'm just gonna attack my opponent and bomb twice. Consistency evil. Is this an HS player? Well, Hearthstone is the most consistent game that ever was. Hey Mike Hunt. How you doing? But Hearthstone is actually very Very consistent. Why you don't chain EE to get more mana, sack one over and over? Yeah, that's because I'm lazy and it's not necessary for me to win the game. Because I'm gonna win the game by attacking with the 3 scrap trollers next turn. So I don't necessarily need to like perform all the loops nicely and stuff. But it is possible to do, right? I mean, like, technically I should just be able to kill my opponent from this position every time, right? By just looping the spell bomb, but it takes clicks and it takes time. It's definitely comparable given the mana system, and I haven't played in years, but from what you remember, they just incorporate variants directly into their cards in an annoying way. Yeah, I guess it is kinda annoying to some people. It was annoying for me when the variance was not on my side, which was more often than not, of course. Clearly. But this wasn't a very great Hearthstone player. People are spending all their energy complaining about the fairy being banned to worry about steerings for the time being. I mean, is the fairy banned? Is there something that I didn't know? Or do you mean people like trying to make the fairy banned? I think I need to sideboard 11 cards, full 11 cards. You ordered that really poorly. Oh, like, so people are like complaining that they want the fairy banned. Yeah, that makes sense. I might want to EE on 2. So let's cut the Mind Stones. Let's cut the Mirror to cut the Babiola. I'm not sure about Citadel. I want to draw. I can cut a Citadel. 2 of those, and then I'm ready for Gadoctic or Spirit Dancer. I have EEs for the shitters, and I have claims for the enchantments, and I have Psi to actually have some traction going on against hate enchantments. I really like this like plus 11 card sideboard plan. It works well for me. This hand is really weak to Stony or Reap or anything else. What's the point of Psi? Well, my deck is diluted by a lot of shitters. A lot of shit cards, so it's kinda hard to combo normally, and you can use Psi to win with the Boggles if you have EEs. Psi lets you win without critical mass. Yeah, that's actually what I meant. That's just better put. Psi like adds a lot of mass to every single card that you are playing. I think I'm gonna keep this. It's like too okay. Do not. But they don't attrition you at all? Well, they board in like 10 cards. So I need to board my cards. I need to revenge board my cards. Well, I think I'm not diluting further because Psi works as a combo piece. That's what I say every time. I'm not entirely sure that I'm not diluting further, but I think I want both bolts because Gadoctic is such a beating otherwise. Looking for that bolt for the Spirit Dancer. Probably just casting the Wellspring. Or sacking the Star with red open. That doesn't make sense because then I cannot steer. Maybe I want to steer so I can just KCI next turn. Most likely. Yeah. Let's try to combo them. They didn't play like any hate enchantments yet, so maybe they will just play 2 auras. And then get to combo kill. Wondering if like Swan Song is better. Swan Song is kinda bad if just got on it. So also first like leveling vigilance, but also 9/11. Is that a coincidence? I'm not entirely sure. Yes, for example, Psi works here as a combo piece, right? Somewhat. It's gonna draw me some cards. I'm drawing well. I drew an extra wellspring and that is kinda... My opponent is kinda Omae wa Shindeiru. Spine. Well, I can just destroy that. The problem is that I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I will need to sack my KCI to do that. Which is imperfect. That card from activating Psi costs 6 mana? Yeah, I probably maybe shouldn't have done that. Too happy, I was like too happy to do that. Because now I need to make an awkward, really awkward move. Okay, that was kinda ambitious. But at least I get to kill the 9/11 person. Maybe in some time I will get somewhere. Ah! I don't have red open. But my opponent doesn't have an aura, so it's actually great. So we should attack with the top there. Is this a punt? I mean, not a huge one. Dzień dobry. Zgoda. Tak. That attack did not look good to you. Why exactly? It's hard to get punished too badly. Although maybe. Like they would need to path. I have the other side. Why is he not getting Arbor? Maybe he drew Arbor? Or he's thinning the deck, or he doesn't have Arbor. Those are the possible reasons. Really hard to get rewarded at all. I mean, my opponent is fine. It's fine. Probably having the option of chump blocking the Glade Cover Scout is relevant. So do I sack the Spine to draw a card? I would like to have the chump blocker. Yeah, I could have buried Druid this turn, that turn. That was a slight punt again. Claim is obviously great, right? Gadok Teague. Okay. Very bad hand, Mr. Kanister. Well, not the worst hand that ever was. Wonder if I should claim yet at all. Or if I should bury drawing back the Acor Wellspring. Oh no, you can't spine that? Yeah, that's the only unspinable threat other than Thrun. It's probably fine. Like, I'm gonna deal with this Stony some point anyways, right? And then I have 2 mana up. as opposed to not having 2 mana up. Let's get that iron works just in case that I kill this monstrosity. We don't have the psi activation up, but barring rancors, wild amounts of rancors at the top, it's gonna be Gucci. Ethereal armor, first strike, Gadoctig. Well, that makes it survive my bolts. And I can't EE and enjoy land. Ah, that's kinda tough. Why are you playing white bordered lands? They're beautiful. I just pass here, I guess. Also drew the second KCI, the third one even, which I didn't really want to. Jai 11, thank you for subscribing. It's really cool that you have done that. Do we have ours to a spell bomb proof Tig? I need double bolt. Getting Trawler? Yeah, I need double bolt. Now I don't have double red because I sacked the star. But it's pretty funny how I can tutor some things with just like a single word. This is ridiculous. I mean, I got fortunate here, but I think I was favored. Like, this Gadocti could have become more problematic. You could have just cast one EOT, right? How? Lightning Bolt? It was a 5/5 first striker that was champ blocked, but my 1/1 that got sacrificed. I'm not sure if I really follow what you are saying. Were you just playing with me, or did you really had some issues? Well, I had some issues when I was younger, but most people do. So, don't know how to answer that. No, it was not Hyena Ambra, it was the armor. I need to pass here because my deck is so great though. They have 2 cards, they might show another Gadok. That will be like the worst thing to happen. I know, do you understand my opponent's question, Twitch chat? I don't really. I have some issues understanding it. Okay, I was about to say that I'm gonna tutor for the Trawler, but no need. You think opponent was asking whether you had the answer the entire time? Yeah, that's probably the question. Although, like, their tone is one that I slightly dislike, so just not gonna engage in a full-on conversation with them. Yes, don't feed the trolls, yeah. As you were typing that, I couldn't resist. Can I type the bullshit response again? Come for the clickbait title, stay for the MTGO chat memes. Yeah, the MTGO chat memes, the funniest shit that ever was produced, right? I was frequently thinking of becoming a comedian. But then I remember every time I read the MTGO chat, and my opponent's much more funny than I am, and I'm like, oh, cringe. No career for me there. Making friends again in chat. I have made many friends on MTGO, which is actually true. I have made some friends on MTGO, but I've also engaged in many conversations like this to different extents. Whoever heard of a comedian from mainland Europe anyway? What is mainland Europe? I'm from Poland. Poland is basically I mean, not truly, but Poland is basically Russia, and Russia is basically Asia. Therefore, you have the feeling if I meet you in real life, you would say hello to me. Makes me feel special. Yeah, I would say hello to... Well, I guess not everyone. But there are some people that I would say hello to. But like, not that... Like, if I wouldn't say that, that would not be out of spite. Got there. Who's the biggest Polish comedian, and does he perform exclusively in Polish? You know, I don't even know. Like, there's a lot of... How do you translate that? Well, if I type cabaret, it says cabaret comedy. There's a lot of kinda shitty comedy like that. Let's restart Magic Online. Like, there's less... I don't even know any stand-up comedians, for example. It's not really all that popular here. Do you want a demonstration of absolute power? Would you play Spine in Paper KCI? Yes, I would. You don't associate it primarily with comedy, but can definitely have that as an element. Yeah, but it's not like the burlesque type, because I think that the word is more like burlesque associated in English, and like in Polish, if you type Polska kabarety, then you have like those type of shows. And they are like performing some comedy stuff.
Nie leży?
Nie, fajna lala.
Nie ma czym oddychać.
It's sketch comedy, okay. Yeah. Then this is somewhat popular. It's usually of dubious quality. Or at least it does not make me laugh, and since I consider myself to be an above average intelligent person, then I kinda think I'm the be all and all in evaluating humor. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Edgar MTG, bonjour, comment ça va? I think that's the proper language in which I should refer to you. The former is old guys talking, the latter is young girls dancing. I mean, that's a reasonable. Ça va bien. Yeah, I need to win 2 more matches of Magic the Gathering to win a Magic the Gathering trophy. And then I will... Then I'll be in the middle of the... well, way over the middle of the trophy race. I also, like, you might read my title and you might see that I actually brought a glass of orange juice with myself when I came back. And, well, that's because square parenthesis, clickbait title, square parenthesis, I'll stream till I die from dehydration is actually exactly that. It's just clickbait. It's not actually. I'm gonna stream for a few more hours. I'm gonna drink in the meantime. It's a Gucci hand. You might also notice that I'm playing Macros now. Because I once tried to cast Ancient Steerings on turn 1 and I couldn't. With Spire of Industry, and it was relevant and I lost the game. I couldn't collect myself afterwards. With that full heal splash could be Dredge, Razorwage Thicket. Is that Boggles again? Dio mio, second Boggles in a row. Well, sometimes evil stands up to the darkness. Right? That's what my last opponent said. You were lucky that the exact thing happened to you in the second match after you trade Spire. Yeah, like some people are born more fortunate than others. Now it's tricky. Like I can technically just pass, but then if my opponent goes armor. Can I die? Like, is there a combination of cards that kills me? They draw a planes and play 3 triple armor. They don't have triple armor because they play Daybreaker on it. They don't even have another armor. Although I know, no, maybe they have another armor. Alternatively, I'll just sacrifice a sphere for mana. Or just sacrifice the Mindstone for mana. Cycle this for green. Steer, maybe Mox. If they Mox, then I'm all set. If not, then pass. Like, there is no way passing here is correct. Let's take the star then. It's the cheapest. Need to jump start into more mana. Is that a spine? Yes, that was spine of Ish Sah. It's a commonly seen card in the archetype. I guess I can cycle this for Mox or for EE. Is that true? I can sack it for mana, but do I sack this for mana too? Okay, got EEs. It's incredibly awkward. Actually, I should have counted. They cannot get off the ground, this scrap trawler. Well, the first innings was not pleasant to me. They just sack the explosives and play E. I mean, play the Wellspring. Sounds the best. I can draw many things off of that. Now I sack it without the trawler on the battlefield. It's extremely uncomfortable. I drew all 3 spheres. I mean, if I pass a turn now, I'm definitely comboing off the next turn. I'm probably not dying. So let's like get an extra look for a Mox. Oh, it's not active. Well, if it's not active, then just take the Mirror Retriever. Although I have the Inventor Sphere, so I don't need to take the Mirror Retriever. I think it's actually the best to take the Mox. Well, I don't have enough mana. No, I'll just take the Retriever and pass. Just combo next turn and not die here. Maybe it was possible somewhere along the way to produce a creature to like force a chum blocker. It might still be a Mox. I have EE in my graveyard as a 0 drop. And like I will have a loop somewhere along the way, but actually like this can be a mare anyway, so you are probably right actually. That should have been a Mox. Okay, play Mindstone, tap Mindstone for mana. I could have path to exile. Play this crappy T, sacrifice Mindstone, get a star. Then they path this, I sacrifice this for a... Honestly, maybe not a Wellspring even. I would have to count again. Yes, path is covered with mere Retriever. I have the loop here, so they're gonna cast the Pafferino. They're like, ugh, let me decide the target. Typical Poggle behavior. So I'm gonna have a star, so I have to go to free mana. This is free. So I sacrifice this trawler, I go to 4 mana. 5. Since I have 5, I can take the Wellspring. Wait. Yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I had the requisite amount of mana. That was so rude, like not being able to combo off on turn 2, turn 3, and being forced to combo on turn 4. Makes me feel like an animal. Like somebody whose rights got entirely violated. please hand me the begging command Twitch chat. This required right now. Nobody there to hand me the commands. Thank you. Opponent is staff. No words from them. Just pass and I will attack them a few times. When is the kanister trainee learning to be silent? Yeah, doing a pretty good job in that department. Question mark. What I am supposed to answer the question mark? I'm probably supposed to say question mark, question mark. There's a bunch of answers that I could choose. Doesn't know my deck. When there's a loop, the game do a restart. Well, that's not entirely true. Only for the most part. Only to an extent. At least not the slippery monster that I cannot feasibly remove. Yes, I'm playing Bubble of a Sphere number 4. Which is like kinda odd conceptually when you're like thinking about it, because why are you playing 3 of those? Why are you not maxing on those? And Sphere is actively painful when you draw multiples while lacking a 0, costing actual mana during the combo turn if you want to draw a card. And I don't have a definite opinion on Misha's Bubble, but it's neat that you can do the things that you can do with it. Although I have not performed the things that I can do with it yet. Maybe at some point. Seems unlikely you'd end on that split if you started from scratch. Yes, I mean looks unlikely that you will end up on that split when you are like building a deck, like theorizing. Am I saying this well? I think I am. And that's not the split you will end up with, definitely. And the fact that I'm playing 3 spheres is mostly an effect of the fact that it always felt okay to play 3. And I played 3 because Matt Nash played 3 in his original deck list, and he played 3 because that's the weakest of the cyclers, and he only had room for 11, not for 12. So this is kinda tricky. It's not easy. You like the term theory crafting? Isn't it a pretty popular term? Theory crafting. I thought this was, I don't know. I thought this was a pretty popular Magic the Gathering term, isn't it? Hey Sodek, how you doing? You dredge monster. I'm gonna go with the same plan that I went with again. You can like popular terms? No, you're definitely allowed to, but I was surprised you being one of the most extreme elitist people that I know. And mulligans, probably don't want to keep this. This is fine though. Hope I can bolt something. For example, a creature. Or maybe a monster. Yeah, we'll take that. This cry to the top. Do I just bolt it immediately? Or do I wait till they try to put the first aura onto it? Like they might play a Stony otherwise. I think I like bolting. Like maybe it is possible to keep a 1-lander and you just keep the other land on top, but you have extra creatures. You would wait, you think. If you have Stony, you aren't comboing ahead of it anyway. I mean, unless he kept the 1-lander, unless my opponent kept the 1-lander and they don't draw the second one, but maybe that's a long shot. They scale the top and they play the Horizon Canopy now, so like now I think the odds are high that they only have 1 land. And sure, I think I will take Wellspring, but it's kinda close. And probably just play the Star. Well, regardless, I got God. I got God real good. I got God docked. Or I could have cycled here. Looking for a answer to that monstrosity. Kitkin advisor monstrosity. Rest in peace. Rest in peace is actually... Oh! Oh! I didn't cycle. We brought in the bolts for a reason and it wasn't radar when he definitely turned 2s if you wait. Yeah, you're probably right. And I'm probably wrong. Getting super punished. Also forgot to cycle, so getting super punished. I need to sack those two anyways, with side to draw a card. Through Reap. Probably should have done that on sorcery speed, because then I would play a star if I would draw a star. Yikes. Yeah. Gadok, Ambras. That's a tough, slightly tough thing to beat. Other side, as they say, aye aye aye. Yeah, maybe I can just beat down my opponent. Although they have 3 spells, so I assume a Coronet maybe? If they keep Coronet post-board, I don't know if that's a card they keep post-board or not, but they definitely can. I'm going to champ. I wonder if I should champ with 2, if I should sacrifice 2 Thopters or a Citadel. Pretty much right now. And the Thopter is worth slightly more. I think Boggles players board out Coronet ever. You've never heard of such a thing? Maybe. I was just asking. I don't actually know. Unless you were using the sarcastic extra Galactics. Okay, got a bolt. Dancer now. Or another rest in peace. That's extremely fair. Or Wellspring. They don't have double blue, so I won't attack this turn. Like, dealing 3 damage is slightly attractive. I don't know what are the 2 last cards my opponent's hand. Like, it could be extra Gadok Teaks. That honestly makes sense. That's the name of the card. It's actually kinda backwards. But because I wanted to not give my opponent life points so I can raise them, but then I didn't attack. Well, not the greatest of the ideas that there ever was. But like, you can see that Sai is doing some good work here, right? It's definitely doing some good work here. Helping to win a game where I would otherwise kinda buried by Gadok and his friend long ago. Substantial. Just need a claim to go with this bolt, yeah, or another bolt. I mean, I'm doing that because so I might at least be trying. Is this an extra coronet? Okay, then definitely Underbolt does not do it. If I still stop this now. They seem like I'm... So I do this. Oh, on it. Not performing many relevant game actions. Yeah, just one more claim for now, but I think I can also match the canopy they play this game, although it feels like the 5th. It's just the 4th. You have to sack there and look for another. Okay, thankfully my opponent did that. Whew. Thankfully my opponent did that. That was a questionable move. Yeah, maybe I'm not hydrated enough, or maybe I'm over. Come on, opponent, this is not game day test. Yeah, come on, opponent. Don't do stupid shit. Getting Pirate Xide might be annoying. I don't need to fire this off. Okay, opponent hell-bent on the plan of performing the bad action, which I'm happy to see. Also have sub 5 minutes, a limited amount of minutes. But on Gadoktig, yeah, it's game 2. I would be also kinda dead if they found Rancor. Okay, if my opponent doesn't add any auras and they play the... I'm not entirely sure if I can combo out right now. Yeah, I don't have time to. And I have more explosives in my deck. Like I have 2 more explosives, so I can easily find those. Would have been awkward time for him to claim EE with KCI on the stack. That definitely is the case. Also, I just make enough top dash. My opponent is gonna pass priority slowly. That's not nice when they do this. Okay. Immediately got my spine, so. Or, well, how do you say that? Swiss knife, army knife. Swiss knife, army knife. Yeah, that's definitely what I wanted to say. one-man army and also a Swiss knife. That's what I wanted to say. Does that mean the game restarts? More or less, yes. Swiss knife army. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. You are right, Sodek. More like Swiss army great axe. OMG, 23 minutes, 2 minutes. Yes, I do have. Should get there. Gonna destroy the special to make sure. Ooh, opponent didn't even. That's a surprise. Like single-handedly makes the transition into things that at the time just play slow. Yeah, I'm just glacial. Oh, in modern, I think I can beat Hardened Scales most of the time. Need to speak more clearly to me. I need a second Blenderino. Okay, nice. They get another talent with scales on, but well. Exactly.
Trust me, what you're seeing now.
Music is great. Let's grab a KCI, then I will win the game promptly. The question is, do I win the game this turn? Google chat kisses fingers. Hardened Scales is a good matchup to play for me. That is true, look at this chat. And I don't know how to remedy that. But it's fun playing the games. Well, I mean, maybe I die to a Ravager in some scenarios here. They have 4. They will need to play. I counted after I made my decision. Yeah, I was afraid of missing, and like I figured that they should have waited because on my explosives to catch their scales in response to their effect. But if they want to deploy double scales, I mean, that doesn't matter. I think I got there.
It's unreal.
That's right, you have fried a little chicken. Stop it, Gaku! Old rusty platinum player gets close to a trophy, to a Magic the Gathering trophy. Watch now live. Yeah, that's my favorite attempting 5-0 music. It works really well.
You're going to love this. Trust me.
And loops
What
really
you're
well.
seeing now is my normal state.
Because it's the 5th time. Is this KCI board wipe? No, it's just straight up bullying and being rude. I'm done with non-land pyramids. I'm gonna rip my opponent's spine. I don't know, like what's exactly the flavor. That's an artifact, so like because they resides in the Vault of Whispers, on Vault of Whispers, the black artifact land. I want to E on 2 Mind Stones. But Mind Stone is also a quick card, but it's not really that much risk of dying on turn 4 from then. Range, yeah, range is a good word for that. Mountain range. Just like my Boggles opponent had a wide range. I can cut 2 Mind Stones, 2 Chromatic Spheres. I can cut 3 Chromatic Spheres and a Mind Stone. I know, there is some awkwardness. Because Dumping Sphere costs 2. So I'm gonna put explosives on 2 frequently, and like many monsters cost 2. Just got all. Like I'm gonna put it on 2 twice. Wiki is saying Ish Sah little. I'm gonna play to play on Dumping Sphere, but this kinda does not play around Dumping Sphere protection card. Yeah, on turn 2. Trade of Overseer. Dio mio. They found a Dark Sea Citadel, Moxerino, and now Ace. No. They have a walking ballista with a bunch of holding something up for 1 month. You just claim I have the fine. Like they almost So you should might matter. And I put them on 0 anyways. Although like the welding jar makes them kinda moot. So I go EEs, I go KCIs. Weird. I guess now I exposed the box because I only have 2 lands and I need to play KCI. Explosives. But it's fine. I just brute force through that. I mean, I'm winning this game, right? So this is kind of a matchups where you are like so ahead. That you are like probably winning anyways. I was thinking if I could maybe better. What if they draw a dumping sphere off the top? Then don't they have a lot of time to perform enough game actions? It's definitely a great matchup by creature. Yeah. I'm just gonna take the Wellspring. Maybe that's greedy. Maybe that's the way I lose. Because I don't have EEs to like play E's on 0, force the ball jar pop on here. Clear now and then untap with KCI and like some cards in hand. Because if I blank in the next X draw steps, I might end up in a problematic place. Boom, pududum.
You're going to love this. Trust me. What you're seeing now is my normal
Might need to
state.
claim take a peek at his next draw step too. Since
Is what is known as a super
opponent is yeah, it looks like claiming scales is 6 by forest, so they pump it. Yeah, that's claiming scales then. This walking ballista kinda makes things harder for me. It's a 4/4 again. I mean, next time I have KCA that can back under Scrap Troller with, so it's gonna be. Opponent is getting close in the game. Could we have ended up with an EE instead of an extra Mox? Yes. Although at the time when I was picking the Mox, it didn't look that clear. I was kind of in that moment and I drew a bunch of Moxen. Now I just brute force through that too. Through this walking barista. The walking coffee. Doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom, broom, broom, doo-doo-doom. Doom, 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 doo-doo-doom. Doom, doom, doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom. Doom, doo-doo-doo-doo-doom, doo-doo-doom. Well, given that Ballista is actually somewhat of a problem when we are comboing because Scrap Troller dies to it.
Now is my normal state.
Also, I somehow always yielded. Okay, stop. Enough of that. Twice nice.